My name is Hermes. I'm 14 and I live in Athens, Greece. I like reading, I like going out. I mainly like playing games with my friends on the laptops. I do think about the future a lot. I have some ideas about what kind of job I want, but I'm not sure about housing, about like permanently needing a helper. I do think that that more attention is needed for teenagers with Duchenne.
Any parent with a teenager is a challenge because they're going into a new phase of life, so everything changes. All the things you were doing before change, they don't work anymore. It's like you have a new child in front of you. So the extra challenge with a child like Hermes and a child with Duchenne is that in this age, they start to think more about, okay, now I'm a teenager, things are changing, and now I'll be an adult. How will my life be? How will I live? How will I take care of myself? Will you be there? Will somebody else be there? Hermes talks a lot about his future. You know, he says, when I have children or when I get married, and in my house it'll be like this. And we never downplay those wishes because, of course, it's possible. Why not? The difficult thing is teenage years, all teenagers want some privacy. But a child with Duchenne or a teenager with Duchenne, you know, you're obliged to take care of them a bit more hands-on, a bit more physical with them, to change their clothes, to give them their baths, things like this. So I think that sometimes he finds it. This is when he started to, when he reached this age, when he said, oh, I don't want all my life someone to take care of me like this. And so he's in a process. I think they all go through a process of putting these ideas and these plans in a place that they can, you know, start to accept that, okay, my reality will be like this. And also, all teenagers compare, okay? They all look around them and they see their friends, and they see the friends going into different phases of life, and maybe they start to have a girlfriend, or maybe they start to look at other kids differently. So this is also, I can see his thoughts now are moving. How will it be for me? How will I appeal to someone? How will I communicate with them? How will I make relationships? And very much wanting to be independent. So we're trying to encourage this independence within the framework that we can work with, okay? Because he can't, of course, go to the same level as one of his friends, but he can do X, Y, Z. He can do these things. He can go for an outing to a specific place, not everywhere. So encouraging him in that sense.
The same technology that brought us wheelchairs, I think it can keep advancing to give people with Duchenne, and generally people in wheelchairs, more freedom.
You just have to be patient and not take it personally, because it is an age where they're going to have higher emotions and be angry and explode, and you know, this is also the emotional part of puberty. And inside of that, wrapped inside of that, is also the anger and the frustration that he feels about his condition now that he's starting to reach an age where he's seeing his body and he's comparing and thinking about these things. So not taking it personally and managing these tantrums, but also trying to talk a little bit more to get to the bottom of it. There's some days where he'll just be so angry and he's furious and he doesn't like anything. And when he's calmer, you can talk and discuss and say, okay, something happened, you just don't feel good, because you know how when you're a teenager, sometimes you're just angry and you don't know why. It's the emotions and the hormones coming out. But sometimes it might be something else. Maybe he wanted to go somewhere and he couldn't. He found there's a step or something obstacle, and this temper came out in this way. So just conversation as much as we can is what we try to do with Hermes, because it's a tough time when everyone is going through the changes, but you can see they're going down one road and you're obliged to go down another road. Every phase with Duchenne is so different. You know, each step is bringing new challenges and mental challenges for me also to be stable, let's say, so that I can help him. Because if I'm panicking about the changes and he's looking at me for help, I'm not helping him. But if you try and stay as much as you can calm and level with them, it's difficult because there are parts of it where I can understand very much when he's saying, I don't want to have someone always caring for me physically. I don't like it, I don't want to. So being very clear with him, and him also with me, you know, he's reaching an age where he has to understand the limitations of the people around him and what everyone can and can't do.